What up, everyone? It's your boy Floz MG, and so it appears TikTok has been banned for all of a couple hours because that shit's already back. For all the talk about this great big ban, it seemed to come back awfully quickly. And knowing that, because this is being recorded on January 19th, 2025, at roughly 3:20 p.m. A little before noon, I tried going onto TikTok, just to see, what would happen. And I got this message. I had to pull this off of Google because I forgot to screenshot the initial one. Now, I can't see it right now, but I'm pretty much going to be paraphrasing, sorry, but due to current legal complications in the U.S., blah, 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 sorry, you can't use our app. Sorry, before we continue, I do want to mention some things I forgot to bring up, as it is much later. Clearly, it's 9 p.m. right now. I forgot to mention that in response to this TikTok ban, many people decided to move over to Lemonade, which was not gonna work out for them because Lemonade is also owned by ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok. So they would have gotten the same message once they tried to go into that. Plus, if you look on the App Store, I believe still currently, it says TikTok is currently being paused in the App Store, which means it's not completely going bye-bye, but right now it's still saying this, due to current U.S. legal blah blah blah. And if you want to do it to Lemonade, sorry, it says the same thing over here. And many people in response decided to go to Red Note, the actual Chinese Communist Party version of TikTok, because the government decided to fuck with the pettiest generation they fucking could. They say TikTok is trying to steal our data because of the Chinese Communist Party. We're just we literally don't give a shit. We just want to watch our fucking cat videos. So we'll go over to Red Note, give them our data willingly. We do not give a fuck. Because they're trying to fuck around and find out with the fuck around and find out generation. And okay, back to the main message. Then half an hour later, I went on it again just to see, what the fuck, let's see what there is. And I was able to see one TikTok, and then it just went into a screen like this. So I don't know if this means that ban was still going through, or maybe just bad connection, which honestly with this kind of screen is far more likely. But either way, I stayed off for a little bit longer. Then right around 1 o'clock, it started working perfectly fine again. How interesting! It was as if it never left. At that point, I was like, cool. Alright then. And then when I checked in again about half an hour ago, I saw this. I had to get it off of Google because I was busy laughing my ass off at this fucking shit that I forgot to screenshot it. And I was so pissed off I didn't screenshot it because this is just too funny. Either way, again, I can't see it, but I believe it said something to the effect of, thanks for having patience, and now this app is back thanks to the efforts of President Trump. I'm pretty sure at this moment in time, he's not even the president, so they should say President-elect Trump. And even so, that is the biggest crock of shit ever. I mean, it may be quote-unquote true, however, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he so adamant about this ban in 2020 that he pushed so hard for it? Pushed harder than he did into Stormy Daniels? Either way, I digress. And I will say, after scrolling for a while, I started to notice a few things. Notice a few coincidences. I've noticed that certain hashtags are no longer existent. Certain content creators are gone. Disappeared without a trace. I mostly had to go through my following to make sure. Certain content made by other creators and myself, magically gone. And another certain social media platform suddenly, coincidentally, now has a verified TikTok account so soon after this ban. And I also had to do a little digging because I'm pretty sure that since 2009, China has banned said social media platform. And now suddenly, they have their own verified account I'm sorry to interrupt again, but I did a little bit more looking, and if you are going to continue using TikTok, I do recommend you do this. Notice very carefully the word underneath. Okay, now back to the main message. Now, I've heard many conspiracy theorists give their thoughts on this TikTok ban and why it was so short from both sides, from both parties. And I'll admit, some kind of made sense. Some had some factual logic and evidence behind it. While others seemed like they were tripping on the most hardcore drugs. And the only thing I want to know is, where can I find said drugs? But that's beside the point. I'm not saying certain ones are true. I'm not saying certain ones are false. I'm saying certain ones kind of make a little bit of sense, and certain ones kind of don't. Everyone is free to come to their own conclusions. Am I going to reveal my conclusions? Not yet. I also did a bit more digging and reading up about a deal trying to be made for 50% of ByteDance or maybe not ByteDance, but 50% of TikTok ownership to be maybe not exactly given to the US, but, well, obviously not given to the US. It's not a deal if... You know what I'm trying to say, right? Autistic brain, me no do good with words. The point being, with this app coming and going and coming back so awfully quickly, or maybe I got that backwards. This app leaving and returning so quickly, that's probably a better way to phrase it. I smell something fishy. And no, I don't mean your musk. Go away. Something is just screaming, yuck. No, I didn't say zuck. Shoot. But at the end of the day, we all come to our own conclusions. We make our own decisions. We have our own beliefs, our own ideas, which are probably inevitably going to be censored either way. But let's enjoy TikTok while we have it, because something tells me it's not going to be the same in a few months. And even though this is my favorite platform, I'm still advocating for TikTok hardcore, because I believe it is truly important. Let me get rid of this hand signal. I believe it is truly important. I'm not going to say why I think it's important, because I know I'm going to have a large group of people hate me. Actually, now that I think about it, a large group of people will hate me no matter what I say. That's what I've learned. Because pretty much you can have an opinion on anything, and there will be someone or some people who hate you for it. For instance, you could shout out, "My favorite color is green." And there will be someone who's just like, "What are you trying to say? Purple isn't good enough for you?" Don't fucking do that! If you are going to disagree with me, I prefer you say it right to my face instead of hiding in the shadows. I completely forgot where I was going with this, but either way, TikTok left, TikTok came back, incredibly, suspiciously fast, with some very coincidental things happening. I think there's something interesting afoot. But only a little bit of information has come to light. I'm going to wait till much more information comes to light, and then I'm going to make an even more firm judgment. So until then, I've been Floz MG. This has been a meth trip, if anything, and I can't wait to see you all next time.